Welcome back to the VPet Vlog. Happy Odaiba Day, everybody. Sorry it's been a couple days. I've had a crazy couple days. Let me go into it real fast. First of all, Thursday. School was crazy. I was real tired. I apologize. Friday was real crazy. I broke my phone. I broke it real good. I had to go to the store this morning and get it fixed. I had to replace the front and the back of the shell or buy a whole new phone. And I use my phone for recording episodes. So my options were spend a whole bunch of money and fix it right now, or wait until I figure out what other phone I want and then spend a whole bunch of money later and lose all the files on my phone. So I chose to spend a bunch of money right now. So the phone is fixed. I'm back. I'm here. I'm just a little salty, you know? Do you ever just throw $340 out of the window? You know, because you just I don't need this anymore. Wah! That's what it felt like I did yesterday when I broke my phone. So, there's that. But fortunately today, it is Odaiba Day. It is Digimon Day. It is fun stuff all the way around. I guess I should recap where my other devices are, too. So, Silver Black and Agugmon Red, or White and Red, whatever you want to call it, Agugmon colors, and this, actually, all died. Yes, also yesterday. Friday morning, I went to class, I came back from class, and I had 2 eggs in Silver Black, I had a new egg on Agugmon colors, and a computer screen on Pendulum 4.0 here. So, the only thing that survived my not taking care of them for 2.5 hours was black and red over here, Beelzemon colors. So it was their time to die. I mean, they all left traded eggs, but it was just shocking, to come back and go, oh gosh, everyone is dead, all of them. So it's fine. It was their time. I decided not to restart eggs on all of them. I was getting out of hand. Too many Digimon at one time, in my opinion. But I do have something special planned for the new hatch. Because it is Odaiba Day, it is August 1st. It is the new hatch. You need to raise a Digimon from the first season of Digimon Adventure. Most of them are protagonists. They need, or they have to be a helper, right? You could raise Waymon if you really wanted, right? He's not technically a protagonist Digimon, he's a helper to the protagonists. That's fine. You could raise Pixiemon if you wanted, right? I have decided that I am going to run Anime Agumon egg, which I hatched this morning, and I was trying, oh, look at all these poop. I was trying to show you guys Koromon, just because I don't think Koromon's been in an episode in a really long time, and he's real cute and I love him. But literally, as I was setting up my light box and everything, he digivolved. So, I'm talking moments ago. He digivolved into Agumon. So, sorry, no Koromon today. But Agumon's here, and he's super cute. So, as you can see as well, this is the Wave 2 yellow shell with the Wave 2 orange buttons and frame from the blue Wave 2, but the guts are actually my very first DM20 I bought. This is actually the guts of my original Digital Monsters 20th Anniversary Brown that has the Anime Agumon egg in it, because I wanted him to, be in a more color-appropriate shell for this. What's going on? Oh, you're pooping. Hold on. Way to ruin my talk with your poop there. Neokimon. I'll get to you in a minute. I know you're looking for attention because you're a baby. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of a low maintenance egg. You don't need to do a whole lot to make sure he digivolves into the things you want. Just the really basic stuff. Keep him alive, and then after he hits champion level, you need to do 15 battles with him, and he needs to win most of them, right? That's how you get him to digivolve. So he will get all the way... He'll go all the way down to War Greymon. That's what I want, because I want to enter the tournament at the end of all this with War Greymon, I believe. That's the goal, is just to fight with War Greymon. But because he is kind of easy to do, and I don't have a lot of other Digimon that I'm going to be raising during this whole thing, to make it interesting, I have some battles planned with various Digimon community members. Oh, and now you want to sleep. You just will not let me get, speak, will you? I'm sorry. He's going to wake up in like literally a minute. Oh, silly babies. But anyway, so if you caught all that, I don't know if you did. If you did, I'm glad you understood. If not, I'm sorry. I don't really want to re-explain it. No, I will. Hold on. I'll put you here so that I don't have to like look down and make sure that everything's okay. Okay, so just real fast. Over the course of this hatch, I'm going to be interacting and having various Digimon community and YouTubers on the show to battle. And we're going to be recreating very specific battles from the anime. So these are battles that Agumon or Agumon's forms were involved in. So be sure to stick around and keep track of the episodes coming in the future, so you can see what's going on with Agumon and his battles and his because he is going to be more or less running through the big battles of Adventure 1 against other Digimon fans and friends. So I'm really excited about that. I'm buzzing, really. I'm buzzing real hard about it. The hype is real. The first battle should actually be, I would guess, tomorrow. It just kind of depends how time works out. So and Digivolutions, right? Because everyone's kind of starting their Digimon around the same time. So Agumon should still be a rookie tomorrow during the day, and this other Digimon should be hitting champion because he was started a little bit before. So that'll be a fun fight, and I hope you look forward to it as well. Let's get back to Nyokimon here. While he's sleeping. So I decided to also, just because there's no save states or anything, and I want to make use of my traded egg, so I decided to also run 4.0 here again, and I am going for Phoenixmon, since Phoenixmon is is either the evolution of Birdramon if I get Birdramon, which is obviously an Adventure 1 protagonist Digimon, or you can go from Veedramon to AeroVeedramon or Garudamon for that matter to Phoenixmon, and all of those, the Veedramon line is also being graciously included in the Adventure 1 protagonist hatch. I think just because to shout out V-Tamer, because V-Tamer was running around at the same time Adventure 1 was airing, so there's that. I think also Veedramon has showed up like in the 15th anniversary D2, which actually I'll be running next. But in this guy, I think Veedramon's also a unlockable character. So because he's hanging out with the rest of the 01 cast, I think he got included in this hatch. So not that it matters a whole lot, because he's probably not. I'm not going to enter the tournament with him. But anyway, he's still valid, right? So at the end of the day, I'll end up with a Wargreymon, or at the end of the hatch, excuse me, I'll end up with a Wargreymon and a Phoenixmon. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. This should be easy to get. This may not happen. It just depends. Let's talk about Black real quick. So the reason Black is still alive is I got to fuse. I got to DNA Digivolve. I got to Jogress with a code Digimon that was given to me by Purple Flurp. Shout out to you, buddy. So remember, I had Beelzemon, and Beelzemon can Jogress with Demon, or Daemon, however you want to call him. I mean, it's literally spelled demon, but yeah, I get it. To become Ogudamon. And Ogudamon is a crazy Digimon. His sprite is interesting. Doesn't look a whole lot like his art, but I get what they're going for. So Ogudamon is especially insane because Ogudamon is normally a combination of all 7 of the Demon Lords fused together and then sealed. These little crosses up here are actually swords. And those swords are put there to seal the demon lords in. And so he's like the incarnation of all of the evil in the digital world. And he has like an eye in his stomach, and he also has another head on top that you can't really see here, that he also has an eye in. And so he's like, he is all 7 of them, but he's also his own thing, which is interesting. He is both of those things at the same exact time. And not only is he the incarnation of all evil, he also has the ability to like redeem all of the sins. Like he can get rid of all the sins in the digital world if he wants to. That's a power he has, but never heard of him ever using that because he's evil. So it's a really strange thing. Like, I can redeem all the sins, but why would I, right? Because I like sin. So that's a really strange, he's a weird Digimon. And my favorite little thing about him, though, is that because he's all these evil things smashed together, that like if you're a Digimon that has literally I'm talking the smallest amount of malice in your system, then you can't do any damage to him. So you can't be like, I'm taking revenge because you killed my brother. Like, you just won't do any damage. You can only hurt him at all if you are absolutely, pure of heart, right? Which is nuts because, I don't know. I feel like traditionally in stories, really, really strong characters that would be strong enough to destroy or fight something like that, are probably not entirely pure of heart. That doesn't happen often. I mean, Digimon are a little different, so I guess it's fine. You're like, okay, well, Magna Andromon could do something, right? Because he obviously is pure of heart, but you know what I'm saying. Like, that's not a normal thing in most other stories. So anyway, that's Okudamon. He's crazy. He's also going to just, live out his life as best he can over here on this device. How old is he? 7? So yeah, he digivolved yesterday, so he probably has like two or so more days left before he starts shedding stats real fast. So that's about it for him. And last but not least for today, our news segment. I never know whether to do this first or whether to do it last. Today I'm doing it last. So in case you didn't hear, they dropped a new D2. Pre-orders for a new version of this happened. It seems interesting. They're calling it Digimon Adventure Complete Edition or Complete Version, and it's going to have, the Digimon to fight, areas to fight in it, not only from the Season 1 arc, but also Tri and Last Kizuna, or Last Evolution, depending on, however you like to call it, which is neat. I think I'll pre-order it. It's a little expensive. I don't know why it's $100. Like, I just feel like a device like that, they're literally using the same tech that they've been using forever. I don't really understand why it's $100. Other than it's just like, we like money and we know you'll buy it, so why not? I mean, to a degree I get it, but like, come on, man. It didn't cost you, it cost you what, $10 to build that thing? Like $100? Jeez. Pricey, Bandai, pricey. And don't get me wrong, I understand that you can go like, oh, well, it's better than like trying to get your hands on a 15th like this, because the community has driven the price of these things up to $400, $500 now. And I agree, that's a lot cheaper than trying to get one of these, but it's still not, I don't feel like that's an excuse. Like, it still shouldn't retail for that much money, in my opinion. There's no way it should cost that much money. I just don't believe it. I mean, if you know different, if you can like show me the spreadsheet breakdown where you can be like, hey, yeah, this is a justifiable, reasonable market price for this technology, I would love to see it. But until I see that, I just don't believe. Anyway, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was the Pendulum Z or Pendulum Z. Pendulum Z's really growing on me. So yeah, Pendulum Z. That device, from what we can tell now, is effectively a DMX, right? Like, it has the backup system from the DMX. It has the 3 slots, right? It has the fridge. It has the face zoom ins. It also, this morning, I think they showed off the fact that it has the battle system entirely from DMX. So when you defeat a Digimon, you gain experience, right? So there's level systems. I'm just hoping they do a little something to make the level system, the leveling system, a little bit less grindy. Yeah, grindy is the right word. than the DMXs, and I also hope they do a little something to, snazz it up. I hope it's not just a copy paste of the quest mode from DMX3. I really hope they add something. I don't know what they would add. I'm not a designer, but I really hope it's not just the same thing again in a new, in the Pendulum shell. That's all I'm hoping. Which is what at the moment what it seems like. So I'm hoping they do a little something, flare it up, snazz it up. So tell me what you think. Are you still excited for the Pendulum Z's? Are you gonna get the new D2? Is that something you're into? Yeah, I don't know. Are you excited for battles? Because I am. Anyway, thank you for sticking around this long. If you have made it to the end of the episode, that's crazy. This is really long. Lots of things to talk about when you haven't made a video in 2 days. So I appreciate it greatly. Also, whoa, I'm already at 120 subscribers. What in the world? That's crazy. Maybe I should have started off with that crazy, but I didn't. I'm sorry. We're at the end now, and I'm just realizing. I was looking at my subscribers, and I was like, what? 120? I think it's actually 122 today, which is bananas. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. It blows me away every time I see a new subscriber added. I'm just like, oh my gosh, more people, they care, and like they want to interact in this way, and like, I don't know. I just wouldn't have ever thought. I don't know. It just feels crazy. So thank you very much for listening to me ramble for 10 to 20 minutes at a time. That's that's really cool, and I'm very grateful. So keep it up, I guess. Tell your friends, hey. And if you're still listening to now, so do me a favor and go down to those comments and pop an emoji of hands of any kind. Because my channel is like mostly hands, and it's mostly my hands, right? So like, weird hand emojis of like hands doing weird things, I would be totally cool and appreciative of hand emojis. So leave those down below. All right, everybody. Sorry I rambled for so long, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.